The UFL Gambling Podcast, Week 3 preview picks and DFS episode. The Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Kalshi. Make real money predicting sports, people. Kalshi is available in a ton of states, and you get $10 free with the promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, Kalshi, promo code SGPN.
Hey, this is Pac-Man Jones. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
It's the UFL Gambling Podcast.
Tarantino knows it.
Where the crossroads meet bullshit.
Good bullshit.
Dundee is back with the crew. J Mark and Bet Detective 2. Playoff games just fade away. Cause high school graduations play. Lopsided trades, they stack the deck. Leaving basement teams a wreck. It's the UFL Gambling Podcast.
Welcome to the UFL Gambling Podcast, Week 3 preview picks and DFS action. Jump on over to YouTube, youtube.com/@UFL Gambling Pod. Take a second out of your day, hit that subscribe and like button, or like and subscribe. However, that's supposed to be read, said, and all that other stuff. I'm just glad I'm not dead. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, well, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
Nobody knows nothing.
Somebody knows. Double the price. But no one touches Dundee.
All right. We got 4 football games this week. 2 on Sunday. 1 on Friday, 1 on Saturday. Glory to all. I am joined by my co-host. It's only a 2-man crew today, by the way. I should say, because, well, tomorrow night in Richmond, Virginia, the Bet Detective will be live at the Funny Bone, 7 p.m. I will be there. Moneyline Mac from the College Basketball Experience and formerly the NFL Gambling Podcast will also be there as well. And look, Bet Detectives also, if you can't come out tomorrow, don't forget Funny Bone. April 2nd or April 10th, 7 p.m. and April 11th, 6:30 and 9:15 in Virginia Beach. So he's hitting Richmond Thursday, Virginia Beach Friday and Saturday. Go catch the Bet Detective live with TJ Miller. But I am joined by my co-host. He is also the host of the Old Fashioned Football Podcast. Make sure you check that one out. They just finished a tournament with having battling whiskey companies go toe to toe in honor of March Madness. Give it up for the great Justin Mark, aka J Mark. How are you, buddy?
Doing good. Yeah, loaded on the whiskey already. Had 2 old fashions because we had to compare in the old fashions. Had 2 of the whiskeys neat, and we crowned Chicken Cock Rye the winner. But now I'm drinking a little Irish whiskey. So yeah, let's fucking go. Nothing better than sitting around loaded drinking whiskey and picking UFL games. But then you said the NFL Gambling Podcast. Moneyline Mac was I was the co-host with him. Hurt my heart a little bit. Miss hosting that with him. That was a good time.
That was a good time, and I'm not surprised that you did have the cock winning, something cock related winning the championship on the Old Fashioned Football Podcast. But make sure you're also my co-host on the CFL Gambling Podcast. Check out the CFL Gambling Podcast because that I'm ready. Let's go. But look, no Bet Detective. We could talk a lot of shit about him. And now would be the time to jump in and do that. Your thoughts on CJ missing the show, J Mark?
Well, I mean, really, it was your fault. You bailed on our original time for the, as he put it, the TMZ show. So not going to give old CJ Sullivan any shit for that. He's got a big weekend ahead of him. I understand.
Yeah, he does. He does. But I'll still give him shit. But yeah, so I mean, do we have any news? Look, obviously we had the Tuesday game happen. We remember we did our reaction show Monday, and the Tuesday game happened. The only Tuesday game of the season. Assuming there's not a high school graduation or something where they got to push it. But the Renegades 31, Battlehawks 15. I just wrapped doing the SGP show with talking UFL, and it was interesting seeing the amount of calls the home teams are getting. Stacking the money green, and I guess Sebastian, shout out to SGP and Doc. Sebastian had been talking about potentially them cooking the books for the home teams in the league based on, and I mean, I didn't have the nugget. They had the nugget on the show, but I was kind of blown away by the stats that for the calls of the home teams, pretty gigantic disparity between the road team and the home team. Do you put the tinfoil hat on? Or are you just thinking, hey man, we're just 2 weeks into some football, or do you actually believe there's validity to it, J Mark?
I mean, what would be the purpose of that? I mean, the home crowd.
The purpose would be now you're at home stadiums and you're trying to build fan bases. There's a lot of logic actually for doing that. David Stern kind of built an empire on it.
I don't know. I mean, if the crowds were showing up, I'd say, yeah, I'm all in on that theory. But
well, that's how you get the crowds to show up. They're undefeated.
I guess. I think these refs, I mean, these are guys that they're reffing the UFL for a reason, right? So I think it's more of just their inexperience and Mike Pereira being a douchebag. But that's just my thought. You asked if I had any updates. I do have updates regarding that that Dallas Renegades game. If you remember from week 1, I said that Austin Reed was the right choice. I got called ignorant for that, and the main guy that's gone back and forth with me, who said I was just a clock with a huge ego, whatever the fuck that means. I had to follow up with him. They win again. You got to follow up with a guy that calls you an ignorant clock with a huge ego. And he said he had a good game. Many passes, though, could have been picked. They shut him down for a bit also. He is breakable, but this team is good. Shout out to GSX Stage 1, the great Scott. Basically saying, well, but he was stopped for a little bit, and some of his passes could have been picked.
Well, Scott, first off, you should have said, looks like the clock was right twice.
Twice a day.
Yeah, with it being 2 weeks in. Austin Reed, look, he's got the highest QBR in the league at 120.4. The only one close to that is Jack Plummer. Everyone else is back in is in double digits. They're the only two in triple digits. He has yet to throw an interception, which is amazing because in this league, an interception happens like every other play. Now he is no longer the yardage leader. So, I mean, that he's actually in third place yardage wise because Matt going to the Golden Corral and Jack Plummer, International Man of Mystery. Those two have surpassed him in yards. But I side with you on this one where it's pretty obvious. I think he so far is the best quarterback in the league. But any transactional news? Well, I mean, I guess we could talk about. We should react to that game. Dallas is not a 1 week wonder. I think that's what we learned.
Yeah, and
it's very logical knowing that. And I say this as someone that took St. Louis. Neuheisel is the best coach in the league, probably. I think it's pretty profound when you look at Chris Redman, new coach, never coached before, 0-2. Ted Ginn, never coached before, 0-2. Ricky Prohl, who's coached a tiny bit, 1-1. I mean, I hope. What's our Paroli's name again? What the fuck's this guy's name? The new owner that's putting his face everywhere.
Mike Repole.
Yeah, Repole. Repole. You guys went super cheap on the head coaching hires, and it shows. That's the one thing that I would say is like when I watch Neuheisel's team, it's like that's a guy that knows what he's doing. You know why? Because he's fucking coached his whole life. It's like the fucking Late 1980s. Yeah.
Can they not just pay Bart Andrus? Come on.
I guarantee you they could get Bart. It's just there's so many qualified guys. Football is such a gigantic stable of coaches that would be willing to do that. So it's not a shock to me at all that that Neuheisel's off and running so far. But nice win and terrible score with what? How much time left in that? That garbage touchdown, you piles of shit.
That was great for the over betters.
Thoughts on the game though? I did take the over. Thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I mean, you could see that Dallas kind of took their foot off the gas a little bit, and obviously they got pulled within 9, but then they put their foot back on the gas. I just think Austin Reed and Tyler Vaughns are a hell of a combo. They are the best quarterback wide receiver duo. And I'm also, when I watched that game, I thought, why the fuck was Day Hunter not suited up week 1? Neuheisel did speak to that. He said it was his turn to sit out. We had to sit out one of our running backs. It was his turn. He looked like the best running back. That bothers me though.
Well, that bothers me too, man. And I hope the league with Rapoli, I hope they're trying to get away from this. It seems like they kind of are with the quarterbacks, because I thought that was a huge flaw in the first 2 years. It was like, let's play 2 quarterbacks each and every day or each and every game. If you're trying to build a fan base, you need to be rostering the best players that you have, even if they're leaving after 1 year, because they might go to the Dallas Cowboys for a training camp, get cut, and they're back the next year. And it's like CFL fans know about this because they've had guys go to the NFL and jump back, and they're still beloved to this day. You have to do that. It's very important to me, I think, if you're trying to actually last, like he says he is, to do that. And so to me, like that, you can't be if Day Hunter popped off screen, I think you can no longer should he be getting a DNP, right?
No, 100% agree. By the way, quick shout out to Double B Picks, J Mark, the spring league quarterback guru. Imagine what Brian Scott would do. 100%. I'm shocked with some of this quarterback play that he's not on a team.
Oh yeah, we should talk about that. I mean, Jason Bean. I know we already talked about this on the reaction show. I don't want to bury the guy again, but his QBR is 53.2. That's really bad. The only one worse is Nolan Henderson, which is actually unbelievable because I would have bet a lot of money that Henderson's was higher. Yeah. They got to find a way to get DTR or Perez on other teams, or which they've rigged trades before, which I've been anti, of course. But I also believe there's guys out there.
Yeah, I agree, and I've seen a lot of people on the socials saying you got to move Perez to the Kings or the Aviators. He's going to get eaten alive behind those offensive lines, though. Perez is not a mobile guy, so I don't know if that's going to fix their problems and suddenly make them start winning games.
Yeah, and I'm sure they could get. Is Chad Kelly still in the CFL, or did he get kicked out yet?
I think his leg's still not reattached. I mean, that was a pretty bad injury. I don't know if he'll ever play again, to be honest.
Well, I'm just saying, there's a lot. We watch a lot of football across the globe, the continent. There's guys they could get. I know that.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear that excuse. But anyway,
Gamblers though, they signed Sam Castronova, who you're saying who, but if you are a Arena Football 1 guy like myself, you saw him go 12-0 last year and win the championship in the AF1 league. Gamblers signed him. I assume that they're going to cut Deckers. Maybe they'll cut to his brother, but I assume it's going to be Deckers that gets the short end of the stick.
Interesting, because Deckers is, maybe because Tua's got more name recognition.
Right.
Where did Casanova play ball? He was on the Showboats, right? Was he on the Showboats?
He never played there, but they did sign him for a brief period, and then they got moved.
That name does not sound familiar to me in college football. So probably D2, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Let's get to these games, man. Friday night, we have the Orlando Storm heading to Louisville, Kentucky. Forget the name of the stadium off the top of my head, but take on the Louisville DraftKings. The Orlando this game was played 6 days ago. 7 days ago. Why? Bethel University. Nice. I know Bethel. Why can't they figure this out? If you have two brand new franchises and you're trying to get fan excitement, why play the same team again?
We see this a lot in the CFL, but the CFL has like 22 weeks.
And the CFL's been those franchises have been there for 150 years.
A 10-week schedule. This doesn't make sense to me. I agree with you.
Well, especially the new teams. Like if you're gonna do it, but if you're trying to build fan interest and you would just watch Louisville play Orlando, and you're like, wait, they play them again? I just don't know that that's the best formula for getting new fans engaged.
Yeah.
Orlando's laying 3, the over under at 38.5. I can only imagine that Chandler Rogers is getting the start after looking halfway decent, completing 65% of his passes compared to Jason Bean's 42% on the season. I'm going back to the well. I do believe in Sebastian SGPN Doc and his theory to make the home teams more relevant. I do believe they're cooking the books, especially knowing the trades they've done in the past 2 years. They don't want a brand new team going 0-3 because let me tell you something. Those Louisville DraftKings will be in fucking Boise next year if they continue on this path. So I will take the DraftKings +3. I think the money line is live. I will also take the under because they just played a week ago, so it's going to be hard to really. I feel like the more times you play, the harder it is to score points. So give me the DraftKings +3 and the under 38.5 here on Friday night in Louisville, Kentucky. How about you?
You guys are crazy. I got CJ's picks here too. He sent them to us since he couldn't be here. He's also on the Kings +3. He's also on the Kings money line. He did not weigh in on the total. I'm against you, both of you. I think the Storm are going to win. I mean, old Tony Meatball, he said it after week 1. He said, I'm like DJ Khaled. All I do is win, 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 which is apparently one of his songs or whatever he does to CJ's point.
I don't think those are his songs. So he is like DJ Khaled because he basically is Tony Meatball.
The Kings have offensive line injuries that are going to be a problem for them, especially because I do think the Storm's defense is pretty good. So yeah, I'm taking the Storm here. I'm on the under though. I think that's the best play. This was 19-9 last week. You're going to see a similar score.
Yeah. So we both agree on the total. Mm-hmm. That is Friday night. Then on Saturday, and actually before I get to Saturday, I want to let the good folks know that the UFL Gambling Podcast is brought to you by us, SGPN. And guess what? It's Masters Week for y'all, all you golf wackos out there and golf lovers. SGPN's running a Masters competition over on Splash Sports. $25 entry fee, and the top 3 get cash. Get in on the action over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/masters. If you're new to Splash Sports, use the promo code SGPN50 for a sign-up bonus. We're also brought to you by Kalshi. Kalshi's a real money prediction market, legal in a ton of different states, and Kalshi has a ton of trading options for your favorite sports. New Kalshi customers get $10 when they use the promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, KALSHI, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog has you covered for pick'em for almost every single sport, and they just increased their payouts. 2 pick entries can now pay out at 3.5 times, and 3 pick entries now at 6.5 times. And Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code TCESGPN. So do that and let it ride. All right, we are back, and shout out to Joe Panda who says #UFL Jeff sucks. Yes, he does. Yeah, here we are. We got that Friday game. Let's jump over to Saturday in the UFL where Crossroads do meet the bullshit. The Gamblers are taking on the DC Defenders. They have Aldi Stadium is the destination yet again for the beer snake and the lemon party. If you remember historically, the great DC fans. I think we'll be honoring their Freedom Cup championship, by the way. And I'm not getting in front of that train. Gamblers just won a game. For me, I had them on the money line. They cooked the books for me, and I reaped the benefits. But this is where it falls short. I'm going to lay the 6.5 with DC. I'm intrigued, like on this one. I'm on the under 47.5, and the logic to me here, J Mark, is have you looked at the rushing leaders in this league? These are two of the best 4 rushing teams, and not only that, they are 2 of the top 3 rush attempt teams. So I think that clock is gonna tick, tick, tick. I know DC just put up a big number, but yeah, I got them laying 6.5. I'm gonna take the under 47.5 though. What are you doing here?
I agree with you that there's no way you can fade DC at their home opener. The beer snake will be present. That crowd will be fired up. I mean, this is one of the few teams that has a nice home field advantage in front of their crowd. The DC crowd shows up. They'll be drunk. They'll be loud. So yeah, give me DC minus 6.5. I like the over though. DC just let the Aviators score 26 points. I think gamblers are better than the Aviators. So I think gamblers are going to be able to score points. DC is just going to score a lot more. So give me the over.
At the Aviators on opening day there. I think it's a little bit of a difference. Like
I understand that, but I just think that there's going to be points here. DC's offense is really good. Their defense still has some stuff to figure out. So I'm taking the over because of that. Even though 47.5, it's a lot of points, I'm still taking it.
All righty. I like this.
And CJ is on DC as well.
Is he on a total on this one?
He only gave one total. He picked and chose his totals.
Okay.
So you can give him shit for that.
I will. Richmond, Virginia, Funny Bone, 7 p.m. tomorrow. That's a Thursday. Next up we have the doubleheader on Sunday. The Columbus Aviators are going to Frisco, Texas to take on the Frisco Renegades. Dallas is laying 7. Frisco's laying 7. The over under at 46.5. I buy into this. If you have not noticed the cooking of the books, I am on all the home teams. Look, Columbus looks terrible to me. When I look at their defense, it's not good. Well, I would not want to play Rick Neuheisel, that hot shot, and your boy Austin Reed. So I will lay the 7 with Dallas. I am on the over here. I think the over will get there. I think the Aviators and McClendon will do enough offensively. So yeah, lay the 7. Give me the over on the Renegades. Let's go. 3-0 for Neuheisel and company. What are you doing here, J Mark?
Yeah, so a couple things on this game. Originally, when I saw Dallas was playing Tuesday, I thought, well, they won't have as much rest, maybe fade them the next week, but then saw they were playing Columbus. So that's out the window. When we first talked about what time we were going to do the show, the lines for the Sunday games were not available. So I thought, well, maybe we're going to have to, kind of just guesstimate where they're going to be. I expected this game to be at 10 or more, to be honest. I mean, with how good Dallas has looked, with how bad Columbus has looked. So to have it be at 7, that's a gift. I'm all over the Renegades here. They are the best team in this league right now. They look the most put together. They look the best coached.
And why do you think that is?
Right. And Columbus is a mess.
Because they got a guy that's been coaching for like
they got a guy that's been
eternity.
Coaching. He said it on the broadcast yesterday. He said, "I love coaching." I mean, you can tell he likes doing it. Ted Ginn, I'm not sure he likes doing it. I think he's there to try to make a name for himself, but he's more worried about enjoying the hot dogs at the stadium. So yeah, Dallas is gonna destroy them. I am on the over though. I think Dallas is gonna put up a shit ton of points.
No, we're both on that.
Sorry.
I'm on the over.
I'm on the under on this one. Sorry, you're on the over, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm on the over.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at my notes. I'm on the under at this because of Dallas's defense. It looked nasty against the Battlehawks. I know they ended up putting some points up in the fourth quarter there, but that defense looked fired up, and that, to me, that's kind of where the Renegades have been lacking in the past. Like their defense has not been good enough. And that's why Luis Perez was not a good enough quarterback. He's not a come from behind type guy. And I think they've fixed that. They've got some nice pieces there.
There you go. Shout out to Joe Panis. Says, need a UFL team in Denver. Spring snowstorms are great TV. Amen. That's why they should start in February. There's a private school down the street with more money than God that could pack 1,000 into a wild place. Yeah, let's go. Get one in Denver. Bring back the Denver Gold. June Jones.
Get one in Des Moines. We need one at the Drake Stadium or something like that.
Drake Stadium's a classic fucking stadium too, dude.
Yeah.
Let's go. So we somewhat agree there. Then that's the morning game. That jumps into the next game. The Stallions take it on the St. Louis Battlebirds at the Battle Dome, that filthy Battle Dome, as you guys well know. And well, I mean,
that's what we call it. It's all shit. Shopping on football is bullshit. Might as well for it.
terrible, terrible.
Did you ask for that song to sound like it was from the 50s, or what'd you do there?
Yeah, you know me. I like I'm a big music guy, so it's going for like the Aretha Franklin soul shit back in or Mary Clayton or some shit. What the hell is this line here? Stallions are trash. They're going into the Battle Dome, right? That filthy Battle Dome, the roller rink. But St. Louis is going to win this game. Wrong team favored. St. Louis money line play. I will take the over 42.5 as well. I think we'll get a little bit of points here as Ricky Pearl shampoo and the Stallions will put me up. I mean, Corral threw the ball decently. I watched that game. I finally caught the whole game besides the highlights. So yeah, give me these Battlebirds to get it done there. Bird is the word, they say. J Mark, are you with me?
Oh yeah, you got to take the Battlehawks here. I don't understand why I mean, honestly, I don't know if either of these teams are very good. I don't know if either are very good this year, but you got to take the Battlebirds at home as a dog. I think I agree with you on the over there. CJ's on the under, but I think both teams are going to be able to move the ball enough. But Battlehawks are definitely winning this game.
There we go. We finally see eye to eye on a full game with the total. Look, folks, before we get to our locked and dog and total lock as far as our DFS, want to let you know that the UFL Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is your official data tool for dominating MLB, NBA, and golf. Let Rhythm's models help you cash in or build your own to dominate the books. Looking to go premium? Use the promo code SGP at 25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm. That's RITHMM. Promo code SGP at 25. We're also brought to you by Novig. Yes, Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. With Novig, you know you are getting the best prices. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code. That is SGPN there. Get in on the action with Novig. Promo code SGPN. All right. The dog is obvious for me. Battlebirds are winning this. I know it's not super juicy, but I did take all 4 home teams, so I will do a parlay of all 4 home teams. But I will take the Battlebirds as the dog. The one I actually feel best about though is DC against the Gamblers. I think DC honoring that Freedom Cup team, laying the 6.5. I think is the top play on the board. And the total that I like most is actually the under in the Orlando Storm Louisville DraftKings game. So there you go, J Mark. How about you?
Yeah, I do apologize. Your home team parlay is going to be ruined right away when the Storm beat the Kings at home. For the dog, I'm going to take the Battlehawks. That's the only dog I took for my lock. It's the Renegades. This Columbus team is terrible, and the Renegades are the best team by far in the league right now. For the total, so that I'm not just agreeing with you on the under with the Storms Kings, which I do really like, I'm going to take the over in that DC Gamblers game. I think that definitely hits the over.
Well, that's good news. Because I took the under, but maybe you're right, and maybe that will lead to a lot of scoring because I have a lot of their DFS players, which is our next segment, DFS. I actually I've been doing the DFS thing. You know, we do that on all of our shows, CFL, this show, even college football experience. I will say, I'm going to be honest with my clientele. If you dial 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE, I would have told you this. The first couple of weeks were tough. I was battling March Madness, so I felt like I was abruptly throwing in a DFS lineup. Well, this week I got actual time. I spent probably an hour on this, sitting there, plugging in numbers. So I can't wait to see how terrible I am. All right, because it's that's the thing. I look back at I finished first place back when there was USFL. I finished first place, won a couple $1,000, whatever it was. Maybe it was 5,000. That one was one I turned in on the fly. I turned in 2 lineups on that card, but the one that I turned in, I want to say I was at a stoplight in LA, driving, just I'm going to turn into this. Or on the
That's
405.
what you need to recreate going forward then.
Yeah, I was on the 405. It's hard to find that though anywhere else in the country. That much traffic, but I did spend a lot of time on this one. I'm going for the gold. All right. And I'm starting with the DC Defenders, aka the real Redskins now. Jordan Teamu at 9,300 is my play. Houston's defense, not great. I had enough money to go Austin Reed. Do you think I should? That was my whole lineup. This was my only one. It was everyone's going to play Austin Reed.
That's
what
fair. Everybody is going to play Austin Reed, including myself. I couldn't.
There's Chalk
not
City over there.
Right. I could not take Austin Reed. By the way, shout out to David Matola. Kevin Sumlin will probably partake in the beer snake. Not the first person that I've heard from that has rumored that someone has a bit of a drinking problem, but cheers to him. I mean, why not? I also have CJ's
It's only
lineup.
a problem if your life is in shambles. It's not for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's
coming off a money line play.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Some of the best people. I bartended on Nick Cage. He was doing $100 million movies. We did shit face all the time. You kidding me?
Absolutely. I also got CJ's lineup, so I'll throw that out as well. He has Chandler Rogers as his starting quarterback.
Kind of like it. I kind of like the creativity there.
I got to go with Austin Reed. He has looked so good through 2 weeks, and now he goes against the Aviators, which I know Tamu didn't put up a lot of points against them. It was the running game, but I don't think Neuheisel's afraid. I mean, we saw at the end of that game, he's not afraid to throw the ball.
He loves to air it out. He's always loved to air it out. Fair. Okay. Well, we differ there, but all right. Well, how about rushing? I went with 2 running backs. How many running backs do you go with?
I got 1. CJ also has 1.
Okay. I went with Deion Jackson for the DC Defenders. Your over's gonna hit. All right. If you're so sold on this over hitting, Teamu and Deion Jackson, the 1-2 punch, as he has I think he's got one of the highest averages per rush via anyone over 10 carries, because I mean one dude has 18 and a half yards a carry. But give me Deion Jackson for these Defenders at the Aldi Stadium there at the Lemon Party. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I also have Deion Jackson. I mean, obviously they were against the Aviators, not a great defense. But he put up the 3 touchdowns. He's still a really good running back. He was consistent in week 1 as well. He's averaging 22.2 points per game. So you got to go with him. And CJ agrees with us. Maybe he was copying our lineups. I'm not sure, but he also has Deion Jackson.
Well, I'm going to get my second running back out of the way here. I am going to take you to the Columbus-Dallas game, where the great now I'm terrified because of what you told me earlier, though. I was gonna go with Ellis Merriweather, the former UMass Minuteman, but now I'm like, wait a second, this is where I probably should pivot. If they're gonna have a DNP every week, You get me off this one, actually. If they're gonna have a DNP every week, and you don't know who it is, you got to pivot out of there.
Yeah,
Day Hunter missed the first week, so he's got to be there next week, right? They're not going to give him another DNP, right? If he's battling with 3 guys.
Yeah, I don't know how they're planning that. I don't know if Merriweather's just locked as the one, and then Lorenzo Lingard and Day Hunter switch off and on who's inactive.
All right, fuck it. I'm off of. I'm now. I'm getting really scattered on that. That really debunks my whole hour that I spent on this shit ass roster.
It's gone to hell already.
All right. Well, let's go with Ja'Cour Pearson, the St. Louis Battlebirds, former June Jones guy. AJ Smith, of course, disciple of Coach Jones. He's gonna get the ball to Ja'Cour Pearson there at 7,200.
Yeah, I like it. CJ likes it better than you. He also has Ja'Cour Pearson, so I'll throw that out for him. I'll give out my highest priced wideout, which is Tyler Vaughn, stacking him with Austin Reed. How can you not? He's averaging 38.8. I told everybody that
What's his price? What's his price?
He's 8,700. Told everybody I was going to tweet out my lineup last night. I did that. But then when I went back to tout it, I noticed it was in the failed to send category. So
Iowa Internet gotcha.
Yeah, so my bad. But Tyler Vaughn scored like 80 some points in the captain spot. It was crazy. He had 46.6 total. He had 30.9 in the first game. Austin Reed found his guy. I mean, he's going to continue to throw it to him. Some people asked me before, does this starting Austin Reed hurt Tyler Vaughn's value? A lot said no. A lot said yes. I said, no, it doesn't. He's proven that. So, yeah, give me Tyler Vaughn's 8,700. CJ's got him as well.
Not me. Not me. I don't play that nonsense. Get me away from that team, all right? Even though I took the -7. Me?
You have Renegades on your lineup?
No, I do not. I did before... But I don't have enough money for him. I don't have enough. I'd have to go, if I was to go Renegade, I'd have to go Day Hunter, but I'm terrified of that play. Nope. Get your shit out of here. Ja'Cour Pearson. Now when it comes to receiving, I guess I went with receiver last time with Ja'Cour Pearson, but you know what I'm saying. I'm going to take you to Jalen Cropper for the Houston Gamblers. They're going to be down. They're going to be battling back. 4,800, I think, is a good. You shit on the defender's defense. So I mean, why not listen to J Mark here?
That's fair. Why not?
Did you roster Jalen Moreno Cropper, whatever he changed his name to?
I did not, but I like the play. I'll give out my next wideout, which is Jaden Mickens for the Stallions.
I do have him.
You do have him as well, yeah. He's been very consistent. He had 22.2 fantasy points the first week, 17.3 last week. It seems like he's going to be a focal point in a offense that has a lot of weapons, but Mickens is kind of standing out amongst them. So, yeah, give me Mickens and only 7,100. It felt like a bargain at that price.
Yeah, so I only have one guy left besides my defense. So do you want to fire away with another one?
Yeah, I got two. And just if you're playing at home, let me just give CJ's lineup out to get that out of the way. He's got Chandler Rogers, Deion Jackson, Tyler Vaughns, Cornell Powell, Lucky Jackson, Ja'Cour Pearson, and the Battlehawks. I also have Cornell Powell. I'll give that out next. I think DC is going to be able to move the ball on Houston. He's 5,300. Averaging 8.1, not a ton of points, but he is a playmaker. And did you say you have one more, right?
I do.
All right.
Besides defense. Defense.
I'll turn it over to you before I give out my last wideout.
Well, I was speaking of what CJ saw there. Lucky Jackson's the play there, 7,900 for the Louisville DraftKings. That's the play that I went with. So let's go. Come on, Steve Logan. Who's your final guy besides defense?
I went with Elijah Badger. He has looked really impressive for the Storm. 20.2 first week, 15.9 the second week. Not a ton of targets. I mean, you're looking at 4 and 5, but he's putting up the yardage and a touchdown. So Yeah, give me Elijah Badger. He's only 5,900, so I thought the price was right there.
There we go. There we go. And then defense. I went with the DraftKings. If I'm going to play DraftKings, I got to play the DraftKings. Only 4K Orlando. They just played them a week ago. I'm on the under, as you well know. J Mark, what are you doing here defensively?
Yeah, kind of worried that Chandler Rogers gets to start and looks really good, but not worried enough. I think that they end up getting Jason Bean involved either way. So give me Orlando Storm defense. They're going to pick them off.
I love it. We're both on. There we go. Jason Bean should not touch a football. I just sit him. You want to bring him in for a trick play or something, that's okay. But he better not be taking multiple snaps.
I don't know if you remember last year when I got in the Twitter battle with the old Emery Hunt, because he talked about how good Jason Bean was going to be for Memphis, even though Jason Bean never showed up to training camp. But I saw the same thing on social media this year about how good Jason Bean was going to be. I didn't buy the hype.
Well, at Kansas, that offense is so complex. Like you're throwing it's a one read offense, first off.
Yeah.
Like it's just no one runs anything like that in this league.
Right.
If he was in an offense like that again, I actually think it would work in this league, but he's not. And you actually you're basically playing like in a pro style offense, which I don't think he's designed to. So I wish the kid the best. I don't mean to bomb on him, but he looks fucking terrible. He looks absolutely fucking terrible in this league.
I don't mind bombing on him. Miranda, my wife, Miranda, co-host of Old Fashioned Football, she said when I was shitting on Luis Perez, she goes, "Don't you feel bad? This is a guy just trying to live out his dream playing football, and you're saying bad stuff about him." I'm like, fuck no.
Well,
I don't.
When you go in the public spotlight, the same could be said for stand-up here. Anything, really. But
that's what I said.
It comes with the fucking territory.
Yeah.
Jason Bean, though, I did like at Kansas. That's where I feel like more of a dick, because at Kansas, I was like, I like this kid. Track athlete, fits that offense. But in this one here, no. No.
I was never that impressed. Maybe it's just me. I just thought that I don't know. He had some long throws that were nice, but for the most part, throws over 10 yards, not his thing. And if you're a quarterback that can't throw more than 10 yards accurately, you're in trouble.
Well, in these bullshit offenses these days, if you can run the ball,
yeah.
If you're a run first quarterback designed offense, I would argue, but they don't do that in this league anymore. That would be the coolest thing that happened in this league. But anyway, that's my lineup. I will beat yours. And
okay.
Yeah, let's go. All right. You've been touting. I know you've been touting since week 1 when you won for 500.
Yes, sir.
Well, now I'm fully in. I noticed you did that when I was like the heat of March Madness. I'm doing all this shit. I barely got time to talk UFL.
That's not a me problem. That's a you problem.
Well, I mean, that's a UFL problem. J Mark's on Twitter at JMark Football. Check out the Old Fashioned Football Podcast. Don't forget CJ Sullivan on Twitter at CJ Sullivan _. Make sure you check out a live show with the Bat Detective Thursday in Richmond, Friday and Saturday, Virginia Beach. But also check out the Bottom Line Bombs podcast, which he hosts. Also, I'm on Twitter at TheColbyD. The College Football Experience is what I host, as well as the College Basketball and College Baseball Experience. We got a Frozen 4 episode for hockey going on later tonight. So jump over there. Check us out, youtube.com/@thecollegeexperience. But also youtube.com/@UFL Gambling Pod, where crossroads do meet the bullshit. We will be back this weekend or after this weekend. But excited to see these matchups. Looking forward to it. Till next time, folks. This is the UFL Gambling Podcast. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
It's Big Dundee. That's not a pig. This is a pig. It's Big Dundee. Welcome to the land down under. It's Big Dundee. He's a natural wonder, a true triple option threat. So place your bets, he'll knock out 100 rich is gonna make us rich. We believe like a power